Okay, so here's the final update. I think we're done with it. This here's not connected to anything, so it's got some loose wires, but it's literally got no power going to it. This is grounded here, but again, it has to have power to go into it to make it dangerous. And here's the power cable right here, and you can see it's not connected to anything. I just have it in there just to have it as a spare relay, because eventually I would like to hook up a horn to it. I bought some horns, and I had some horns, but unfortunately they didn't work. So I have two sets here. There's one set, another set right here, unfortunately. So the horn idea just not going to work out. As far as the mud flap's concerned, dang it, I'm not going to get a chance to do it this time. I hope that I get to see my kids at some point, and I'll have an opportunity to go and do this for them then. I just can't get to it, and if it does, the wheel's gonna be going this way, so dang it, maybe I will get that done beforehand. It's right here, and I'm just gonna have to cut out just a generic piece and make it work. So I will cut that out actually before, because the wheel will be spinning this way, so all the mud's gonna be coming up and eventually hitting my little ones here in the face. So I will actually do that before it goes here. Otherwise, this thing is done. One thing I did want to show was the key situation. So I hope this key chain, it's very expensive for a darn keychain. It's like 10 bucks for this silly little thing, but it's a separator, and so the hope is that all these keys stay together, just because they're a huge clump, and it's hard to lose a huge clump like this. If you have one single key by itself, it's very easy to lose. So I pray that these keys stay together like this. I did make some extra keys as well, just in case, and I pray that these keys stay together as well. So there's 3 total keys. One of the keys, you can see they're a lot smaller. These are smaller than this one right here and this one right here. So there's 2 sets, these 2 right here and these 2 over here. This set goes in here. You got to be gentle with it, because, well, maybe not, maybe this one goes in here. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so that one goes in there, the bigger one goes in here, and it'll turn it over. Your lights work, but you got to be gentle with it, because unfortunately it's just not in there very well. The nut that comes with it just didn't tighten down very well, so just be gentle with it. This is the on and off switch, so when the vehicle's wanting to run, you got to have it in the on position. This is off, just like these lights are off. You can see that everything is off because it's down. You want the lights up, you got to go up. You want the car to run, you got to go up. Now if you don't want to mess with this, you can kill it here. This is a kill switch, okay? And that's just the kill switch, and I'll use that when I do the reverse, because unfortunately the reverse, as much as I try to adjust it, I could not adjust it anymore for it to work quite as efficiently as I would like for it to run. So the smaller keys apparently are for your secondary cutoff. Let me get this. There we go, for the secondary cutoff. So this one goes here. It won't. The vehicle won't start. You can hear it crank and crank right now because well, what the heck? Maybe it's not that key. It can't be this key. This is the key for the front. Well, that's not good. Darn it. This is an original key, so why is it not working? Well, darn it. I know this is an original key. Well, that's not good. Darn this thing. Okay, well, I'll have to come back and figure out what the deal is with this key here. It's not working. It might be because of the freaking rain that it's just not gonna work. So I might end up having just to eliminate this key. Darn, that's upsetting. Shouldn't be this difficult to turn it. I wouldn't want it to be, so that my little ones can just get in and go. There we go. Well, darn it. Maybe it is just rusted. And I guess the best thing to do is just leave it in. But you can see that I worked it quite a bit, and it finally ended up working. But the fear is that it might rust. So unfortunately, the best thing to do is just leave it in and not touch it. So I will zip tie it in the on position, and hopefully my little ones don't mess with it, because like I said, it seems to be rusted in there. So at this point, the ignition key, which apparently is the longer here, the 2 keys, should work here, and we should get going. Our switch is in the on position. Now sometimes when it's cold outside, you will have to give it just a little step, and it's not a full step. That's a full step. If you do that, it's gonna drown it. So right now I might have a hard time moving, because what happens is the cylinder's got to go up and down in a tiny little hole. Air compresses, that's why you can expand a balloon, but they use hydraulic fluid for big old tractors like this, because fluid does not compress. Like when you move it, it's going to move. So if you have gasoline, which is a liquid, inside the cylinder well, that piston is trying to go up and down, cannot move it. So you don't want to step on that a lot, because you'll drown the engine. Another thing is to make sure that your stopcock is in the on position. I should have been turning it off each and every time. This is off here, and I should have been turning it off, but I have not, so I've been bad at that. Before I let it go, I will fill up the gas tank, and I will provide a full tank of gas as well. There's a decent amount in there, but I'll fill it up about halfway. I don't really know how far this will go, so maybe I should fill it up all the way, and then once it's driven, really you need to get an idea of how much fuel it consumes, so that it's always full before you leave the house. And keep an eye on how low it is. Right now it looks like it's way down here actually, so it's very little fuel. If ever this thing gets stuck, you need to be able to either call me and just let me know where the go-kart is, and I'll go and pick it up, or drag it home. I don't know how you'll drag it home. It's very heavy. It's really hard for me to do it, so I can't imagine you'd be able to do it as a little one. Maybe a group of friends can push it to a house or something, and then call me and I'll get it running again. Again, this thing was not running for like 2 years, and so I didn't realize it. I had already bought all the components for it, but I didn't know how to wire it, and finally I found a video that allowed me to wire it properly, and so it works. So the key is on, in the on position. The ignition is in the on position. Our kill switch is not being compressed, and we can start the vehicle. Also, we gave it just a hair of gas, not a full pedal, just a hair of gas, and especially when it's cold outside. Boom, there it is. You hear how low it is? If you don't like how low it is, just give it a little bit of gas, a little bit. See that? Look at the tire right here. It wants to take off. See that? It's very strong. Unfortunately, I was not able to get the brake lights to work. Oops, you see I put the key in the off, it's in the on position now. Put it in the off position. You will burn up the starter if you try to crank it right now, put the engine on. You will burn up the starter. It'll damage it. So 2 ways to kill the engine right here. It just does a temporary. So when you're trying to put your reverse in and it won't go in, just give it a kill right there. See, that killed it all the way. So I didn't want to do that, but I didn't mess with this button. I'll show you. So you guys start. This one is a true like engine killer right here. So always make sure that's in the on position. That's got to be on, and this key has to be in the on position. And that's really it. I'm gonna put some straps on this just to keep the seat there, but it does have some adjusters. There's one right here and there's one over there, and I greased the heck out of it, loosened it all up, and it does move very easily. I put this 2x12 down in there because the cushion would fall through otherwise. I can't do anything about the seats falling apart like that, but it's basically ready to go. So I hope I'll get some help to get it to my house at some point, so I can save it in my home. But anyways, if you have any questions, please let me know. I hope that this is taken seriously and taken care of. I did leave a headlight in here, and a little circuit charger device for the cigarette lighter, because I did end up putting a cigarette lighter adapter in this. Here it is. So you can just put that in there and charge your cell phone, but I hope you'll never leave the cell phone here. I left it here more for capturing video or whatnot, but I don't know. I would not trust that thing. It might fall off. You might lose your phone. Really, Scott, probably should just take that darn thing off. I probably will just take it off because it's going to be too enticing to try to ride with that. And realistically, probably too enticing to ride with this too. The intention of this is not to ride with it, but just to be able to post it so you can, you know, eventually hang your phone there and just look back and video stuff. But you cannot drive with this phone here. It will fly off. Like, this is not that tight. You can see I even have to put a piece of rubber in there to make it tighter. So this is not intended for you to put your phone in while you drive. Neither is that. Like I said, I think I'm gonna take that off. Just because it'll be way too enticing to put your phone in there. Oh gosh, my phone doesn't even fit, so boom, there we go. Barely fits, but I have the OtterBox on there. I think that's really it. So one of the things that will be a challenge is reaching the brakes. I hope that you can reach the brakes, but you can scoot the seat forward, and I'll probably move it all the way forward so I can have it just set there, but doesn't go too far forward. At some point, I've seen where a block of wood was put on this just to extend it an extra 4 inches or so and make it a lot easier to reach. This is very dangerous. You cannot be riding on the streets. If you cross the road, you really have to be careful. I hope that you would have your lights on, especially in when it's dark outside. The light is on. Oh man, look at that. Already one light's not working. Darn it. I don't know why that would be. Oh gosh darn it. Look at that. Only one light acting up. Huh. Well, that sucks. Well, I'll have to fix that before it goes too. Darn it. Okay, so I need to fix that. I will armor all the seats once. I'll put this on there, the mud flap, and then I'll get my strap to hold the seat back. All right, thanks for watching. Bye.